Shalom. First and foremost, I want to say Kal Hala Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutation to the elect pushing this word in true sincerity across the four corners of the earth. I just wanted to do a video on the recent events that have been happening across the world with all these different hurricanes. Hurricane Harvey that basically dismantled Houston, Texas over there. You got Hurricane Irma, which is arriving there at Florida, or if I'm not mistaken, that's the one that's taking out all the islands over there. And these are, all you Jakes live among these places. It's over there in Babylon, and all you Jakes live among all you 2/3 live among these places, and this is just your judgment, man. These hurricanes and these different world calamities that are happening across the world are actually being done by the Most High. He's giving the commandments to the angels. Alright, these angels, which are the servants of the Most High, are the ones that are, creating these storms. And you know what? I know I've heard, people say that it's HARP, and you know what? I know HARP exists, and it could be HARP. But even if it is Esau, these elites using HARP, that's still the Lord, because the Lord controls every soul, right? So the Lord is the one who's given them. He put the Spirit on them to create HARP, so that they would create these storms. So it all goes back to the scripture that he shall dig himself his own pit. Basically, all these things that are happening that Esau thinks he's in control of, they're actually going to come back to bite him in the ass, so to speak. All right. Apostle Kabbalah says this. What person pollutes the same air he breathes in? That's what these devils do, man. They pollute the same air they breathe in. They create storms to take down not just Jake's, and not to just destroy Jake's homes and to kill Jake, but to also kill their own people and anybody else who's caught up in the middle. If they're creating these storms. So you know what? That's just the very nature of the wicked, which is Esau, all right, which is you elites, and you so-called white people, even you 2/3. You not 2/3. Well, you 2/3 are devils too, but you two-time losers is what I meant to say. So I have two scriptures here I want to read to make this as quick as possible and just to the point. This is Exodus 9, and I'm gonna start at 23. Exodus 9 and 23, and it reads. And Moses stretched forth his rod towards heaven, and the Lord Yahweh sent thunder and hail, and the fire ran along upon the ground, and the Lord Yahweh rained hail upon the land of Egypt. So there was hail, verse 24. So there was hail and fire mingled with the hail, very grievous, such as there was none like it in all of the land of Egypt since it became a nation. So, I'll read this verse here too, the 25th verse. And the hail smote throughout all the land of Egypt, all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and beast. And the hail smote every herb of the field, and break every tree of the field. And you know what, man? Like, reason why I read this, I bring this scripture out is because, for those of us who understand it, or for those who can receive it, we all understand that America spiritually is Egypt all over again. Spiritually is Egypt, spiritually Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah, all those wicked places coming back together in one place. It's the same spirit, same vibration. So I bring this up because this happened already before. This is not the first time that a nation, a so-called great nation that exalts itself over the Most High, has faced you know, has went through the Most High's judgment. Just like the Most High was bringing storms and tempests, as I read here, hail mingled with fire. Can you believe that? Hail falling from the sky mingled with fire. Okay, so um, just like the Lord did back in Egypt, he's doing again now in America. That's why the scriptures say, not for nothing's new under the sun. Because you're hearing a lot about all these different hurricanes that are popping up over here in America and in parts of the islands down there. They're all recorded as like history or record-breaking storms. These are all record-breaking storms, record-breaking hurricanes. Okay, so just like there's a time, just like back in Egypt, the Lord was destroying Egypt so bad that it was the worst that's ever been done to Egypt since they became a nation. You heard me read that, and we're getting the same thing over here in America, back in this time, where it says that where I said that these different storms and hurricanes are being called are being categorized as record-breaking storms, things that the world or things that America has never ever have dealt with before. Okay, so the Lord was jacking up just like the Lord was jacking up Egypt back then. He's doing that right now. A lot of people are in disarray and confused as to why this is happening, but you got the prophets of the Lord out here on the highways and byways, week in and week out, prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom. Okay, which is Esau's rulership of, bringing out the reasons as to why the Lord is doing these things, and that also on top of that, we're telling you before these things happen that these are the things that are going to happen. And they're happening, man. These things are I was just looking up that word hail, and it said judgment of God, or of God's judgment. But anyways, Saka, what was I saying? Damn. Well, Lord willing, my thought comes back. But basically, yeah, just like the Lord was jacking up Egypt back then, he's jacking up America again today. So, Khan, Twada Yahweh Shem Shai. I remember what I was going to say. What I was going to say is that, you have the prophets, of the Most High already out there on the highways and byways, breaking, pushing this truth and warning the people about the things that the Lord's going to do. And now you got people all in an uproar and array, like they don't know what's going on. Well, you know what? Your confusion and your ignorance leads to your destruction. Look at the way the Lord's jacking up the place, man. And we're not even at the climax of Yahushai's return, man. We're not even at the climax of it yet. And we're already getting record-breaking storms, record-breaking hurricanes. The Lord has so much more to do, because America's not destroyed yet. You still got wickedness on this planet. Okay, you still got the allowance of homosexuality. Okay, adultery is pushed into society. Women rule in this society. Our food is shit. Our air is shit. The water is shit. So the Lord still has much more to do to fully cleanse this earth. So best believe that this is just the beginning of the end. Okay, this is just the beginning of many more prophecies to be fulfilled, with all these storms taking over and destroying many homes and many lives. This is just judgment from the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, just like in the time of Egypt. Okay, which was, by the way, the first Exodus. And this time we're in the land of Egypt again, but not the actual place Egypt, the place America, which is spiritual Egypt, which the word Egypt just means bondage, and we're in that bondage again. And guess what? This is also, we're in the midst of our own Exodus. again. So just like I said, because the word Exodus just means to exit, like it means to leave, if I'm not mistaken. You know what? Actually, I'll just look that up right now. Why not just look it up? Online. So I can bear with me 1 minute. There you go. Exodus, late Old English, the second book of the Old Testament, from Latin. So in the Latin, it means Exodus. From Greek, exodus, a military expedition. Okay, there you go. This is why we look up words, man. They get better understanding of what we're talking about. It says from Greek extos, a military expedition, a solemn procession. Solemn. And now I know that word solemn means to have a bad time. Like it's a very serious time. Like the Passover is a solemn assembly. All right, so it's a serious time. All right, to be solemn, to be serious. So it says a solemn procession, because back in the time of Egypt, it wasn't easy leaving Egypt. There was many times where Israel was scared of even though the Lord was there to save Israel, even Israel themselves were scared when they saw what the Lord was doing to Egypt. And it's going to be like that again in America in this time. Like I said, the things that are happening right now are nothing but just the tip of the iceberg of what's to come when it comes to these prophecies being fulfilled as to what should happen to America and this whole kingdom. It's not just America, but even this whole kingdom. Okay, because this kingdom right now that we're under is ruled by the elites, okay, or Illuminati, if you will, okay, which are the elites of Esau, okay, the Edomites, which are the so-called white people. All right, and just like in this time, it's going to be a solemn procession as well. You're going to be babies cut up, okay, women, men, children are going to be cut up. People are going to be raped. Women are going to be getting raped. People are going to be eating each other's, killing each other for a lack of bread. That's still yet to come. It's happening, man. Over there in Florida, I was at the gym, and I saw on the news over there in Florida, you had a bunch of Jakes breaking into a bunch of Walmarts and Foot Lockers and stealing shoes, man. And just Jake, man. They're just taking as much as they can and stuffing the car up and leaving. Because there's a storm on the way, and these places are already evacuated. So we're in that time right now. We're just not hitting the climax, man. But boy, when that climax hits, you guys, oh man, you guys are gonna feel it. You 2/3, you other nations are gonna feel it, man. This is just the beginning. Departure. So there you go. To leave. Departure. Death. Literally a going out. So a literal meaning to go out. From X out, hudos away. Path, track, road, a word of uncertain origin, general sense with lowercase e from 1620s. So there you go, man. Departure is it's a good word to use. That's what that word means. Now going back, so yeah, that's basically it, man. So just like it happened back then, we were exiting Egypt. We're going to be exiting Egypt again this time around. And the Lord, just like he mashed up Egypt back those a couple thousand years ago, he's going to do the same thing to New Egypt. A couple thousand years later. All right, which is also Rome too. All right, America is Rome, Egypt, Babylon, all those wicked places spiritually in one. So my last scripture here is Proverbs, and let me start. We start at 27. Yeah, I'll start at Proverbs 1 and 22. I'll just start at 22. It says, "How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge? Turn ye at my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I'll make known my words unto you." Right? But like we already know, if you don't know, now you will know that this truth is really only for Israel, man. And not just Israel, but the elect of Israel. Because even 2/3 of Israel, which is a lot, considering that you can't even number Israel, that's a lot of people who it's supposed to be meant for, but are not chosen because they love simplicity. Our people, okay, and that's why you're getting jacked up, man. Because you guys stay loving this kingdom and keep feeding your flesh. So you guess what? You like to be simple people, simple-minded people. That's why we're always going back into captivity under every nation in the world, because we're simple-minded as a nation. You know, it also talks about how the ass knoweth his master, and the donkey his crib, roughly paraphrasing, but Israel do not know and have not considered. So, and the donkey, okay, and ass, it's considered one of the dumbest animals in the world. And the Lord is saying that animal at least knows his own crib, and we don't. We don't even know our master, our power. So this is why all these things are happening. You know, it's just another reason on top of many other reasons why America is being hit with all these different hurricanes right now, man. And the islands over there too. So it says, "Turn ye at my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you, I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called and ye refused." How did the Lord call? Through his prophets, beginning with the apostles and elders, the great millstones, on down to the sincere brother pushing this truth. Alright? He's been called, I have called through the prophets, that's how he did it. I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught my counsel. So when we're out there pushing this truth, you're supposed to be, the men of Israel are supposed to be sitting at that council, man. That's a council. Alright? We're teaching the truth. But they don't. Israel scorns and scoffs at us, man. They scoff at the truth, which is the word of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and His Son. And with none of my reproof, okay, that's why Israel is also known as a hard-headed, okay, stubborn. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. So all this shit that's happening, all this terror that's happening right now across the world, the Lord is telling you right now, I also will laugh at your calamity. So he's saying, because you didn't listen to my word, my instructions, okay? When I bring my calamity, when calamity falls upon you, I'm gonna laugh at you because you chose not to listen. The Lord told you priorhand that what was gonna happen and what you need to do to get yourself to get yourself safety. But you didn't listen. So, you know what? That's going to be your ass. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation. and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, that's all these storms. So that's what's happening, man. You people are getting destroyed by these storms, and the Most High is just laughing, man. He's laughing through us. That's why we can give two shits that this happens, man. This is just us seeing the prophecies being fulfilled, man. Right before our own eyes. Cause we see it. We've been talking about it. We out there talking about it every week. Making videos on it every damn near every day. Okay, so it says, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. That they shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. And you know what? I heard something funny that I heard that it was happening in Houston. There was places being evacuated, and they had a bunch of people, you know, a bunch of things sprayed upon houses and walls. And some of the things that were said was like, "Where is the Lord? God help us. God, where are you?" And you know, these are plead, most likely from Jake, man. And that's why you know what? You're not getting any and nothing's happening, man. The Lord's not coming to your rescue, because just like I read here, he says, "Then shall they call upon me." Okay, like they were. You know, everybody's praying. Jake stay praying over there in Texas and in Florida. Lord, save me. Lord, protect me and my family. Jesus, please. Jesus, this. Jesus Christ, please protect me and my family. Damn near disrespecting the Lord's Son and not even knowing that. And some of them do know it, because you know what? They've seen these videos. Alright? They've seen the videos. They know the truth. No one has any excuse anymore. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall